what is ongoing confirmation that the people of the state are stalking. The entity that engages in stalking by helicopter with psychopathic pacing like this is one that is demonstrating the details of its mental illness, the agency that practices a pattern of conduct. And number two, they are confirming that the people of the state that are being documented are indeed gang stalking and furtherance of murder with the agency. On behalf of that agency, there is a third-party agency that is in operation while the entity arrives that is conspicuously stalking, while the people of the state are the ones that are in your face. And as I document the ones in my face stalking, this is what is resulting. This is what's happening last night while the demons are stalking in the alley, and then the entity begins flying in circles over that alley where I'm at documenting. This is not helping. This is prosecuting the people. The entity is engaged in this so much it's heavily documented. The entity, the venue where the entity is flying over their gang stalking, Superior is gang stalking, Hernandez is gang stalking, the one that Hernandez pulled over is gang stalking, the demon in the white SUV in the corner of this parking lot is gang stalking, the Ontario International Airport that flew over and then did a cartwheel in the same parking lot, which was then followed by the psychopathic pacing, they're gang stalking. The entity that's gang stalking, Jay Montez at the same B Street and Laurel Avenue, he's gang stalking at 9:44 in the morning. This is not even a mile away. This is the same block. They're all stalking. The entity does not have a tactic to give me this type of evidence. Is evidence to you who are paying attention. This is a prosecution that's already complete. Why the federal government has permitted this entity to continuously engage in this ongoing asinine exposure of themselves, that is the answer that's going to be answered. That's the answer that's going to be provided in a tribunal. However, I am capturing it because this is evidence of instability. This is evidence of instability. Listen to what Hernandez said while he's stalking me. He told me to stop talking so loud, basically, and to back up, and he's there to stalk me. He drove out of the parking lot and then came back in to engage in criminal summoning. He is there targeting me. The fake sun is on video moving as I move in the parking lot. Moving what is east and west in that parking lot over me. It's remaining over the laundromat. Then it's remaining over me while he is stalking me, as you are aware of what their role is with regard to criminal summoning. And then as I start documenting the demons by airport, putting Hernandez in prison, the entity engages in what is that ongoing, predictable stalking, flying in a circle. Everybody knows what Alan D. Wapner is. Everybody knows what Jim Bowman and Julia Gu are. Everybody knows what Otif El Kadi is. Because they're being prosecuted as terrorists. I'm going to prosecute them for keeping my vagina under surveillance and using commercial planes to do it, for invading my privacy, for psychologically torturing me and doing so, and then threatening me and my safety, and further exacerbating that threat, while then the police department comes around stalking in helicopter while I document the airport stalking, because that's what you just witnessed in this parking lot, and that's a documented pattern. Every airline, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Amazon Prime Air, Southwest Airlines, UPS. You have the entity that's engaging in what is gang stalking by Avianca, I believe, Frontier Airlines. They're all being federally prosecuted for the criminal activity that you're looking at the police department and every airline share in while Delta Airlines flies over the parking lot where the sun is evidence of that airport and that airline stalking me. The light activity inside of this laundromat is evidence that that airline and that airport is stalking me. The stalking by the Ontario Police Department. Why would you do that? Like I said, these are imbeciles. These are imbeciles severely lacking in the intelligent quotient department. Very unintelligent. Okay, this is the entity that just provides evidence. When you are analyzing that, you are literally admitting that you're stalking. These are literally their tactics that they rely on. Their tactics that are relied upon are evidence of stalking and keeping the evidence that you are stalking me, that I'm capturing and documenting, that you're keeping that under surveillance as well. Hernandez is indeed going to prison. And everybody that I'm documenting, as the entity is targeting me, more and more, as I document you, you are going to prison. So as I document Hernandez, who is indeed going to prison, as I document American Airlines, I just want to be clear, you're sitting on an airport board, you call yourself a president of the airport authority. I don't want you to be too surprised when you find out that you're being sentenced to prison, that you're going to be federally prosecuted. I don't want you to be shocked and appalled because Alan D. Wapner is very old. Okay? But it's not stopping him from engaging in terrorism with a mass population. They've invested millions of dollars in criminal activity. These demons are engaging in what is psychopathic pacing. They're engaged in gang stalking as a population. They are scheduling in, fitting in, gang stalking me with regard to wherever it is that they're going, but they're stalking and doing so. This evidence of the fake sun, that's the Ontario Village Shopping Center right there. That's San Antonio where I was at this morning. The fake sun is over me at 8:30 in the morning. It's on video. And then you commence to psychopathic pacing over Daisy Eco at 761 Holt Boulevard. Hernandez is going to prison, and he's going to be committed with the evidence of a psychopathic disorder, which is seeking to maintain what is a sense of normalcy while you are unfit, in fact, regarding criminal activity that had to be proven through an unprecedented public investigation of a corrupt government, and you did that to get away with what is a system of murdering American citizens and kidnapping them and falsely depicting their character in doing so. Hernandez is absolutely going to federal prison. And his partner is sealing that fate. His partner that was documented before him, Alex Escobar, is also sealing that fate. They are working against each other, as I've documented that whole department. Jay Montez, Alex Escobar, and so on and so forth. They're going to prison. This is P.O.C. It is currently, by the way, on my other phone, the storage ran out. It's 5:35 p.m. All right, the Ovid Family Community Library is right down Holt Boulevard, and then it's off of C Street. This is where the entity is stalking. So you're looking at the Google Maps, because in court, the sun did not go anywhere, and it only went beyond San Antonio because I didn't go because I went past the Ontario Village Shopping Center. All right, it's only in Upland, California, remaining over that library because that's where I remain. This is prosecuting Chino, California, Fontana, California, Pomona, California, the entity that's gang stalking me in San Bernardino, California, the entity that's gang stalking Rancho Cucamonga, California, Los Angeles, California, the state of California, San Diego, California, Costa Mesa, California, Bakersfield, California, that's Kern County. It's prosecuting the state. While you're looking at a demon that is losing self-control in all of the state of California, pay attention because you're being prosecuted by it. You've been being prosecuted by it while they're stalking me day and night with no strategy. No strategy. Blatant stalking, thank you for playing right into my hand. You're going to prison. I documented you criminal summoning in San Diego. I documented you engaging in criminal summoning in Fontana. I documented you engaging in criminal summoning in San Bernardino, California. You're going to prison. This is P.O.C.